Earlier today, Bethesda announced that a next-gen update is coming to Fallout 4 in 2023. It sounds like this may actually be an interesting one, not only a performance and visual upgrade for Fallout 4 for next-gen users, but perhaps some new content also. And this new next-gen version includes performance mode features for high frame rates, quality features for 4K resolution gameplay, bug fixes, and even bonus Creation Club content. This will come to all of the next-gen consoles, so the Xbox Series S and X, the PS5, but it also will be coming to PC. And although this is a fairly simple announcement, I mean it's literally just a couple of sentences, it did leave me with quite a few questions about what exactly this version of Fallout 4 is going to be. Like, Fallout 4 will be getting an update overall here. They mentioned some bug fixes in this post, so some lingering exploits may be addressed with this version of the game. Just recently for Skyrim, they updated the game and fixed several decade-old bugs with Skyrim. They mentioned higher frame rates coming to Fallout 4, and that could end up being massive, as it could finally mean Fallout 4's FPS won't be tied to the physics system anymore. They word this in kind of an odd way: performance mode features for high frame rates. Right now on the Xbox Series X, Fallout 4 already has a 60 FPS mode thanks to FPS boost. So on one hand, it could just be inbuilt 60 FPS support, not having to rely on FPS boost anymore. But what I think a lot of people are hoping for is we could play Fallout 4 at 120 FPS on consoles, specifically next-gen consoles, but then also maybe we'll finally have the removal of physics being tied to FPS on PC. There's been this long-standing issue with Bethesda games where you cannot go above 60 FPS or the game will actually start running faster. You will do things in the game faster because the physics system is tied to your FPS. So if you played with unlocked FPS, things would go off the rails relatively quickly. And of course, as of right now, there are mods to fix this. Bethesda even updated Fallout 76 to fix this. And I'm kind of hopeful that this update for the next-gen version of the game will also remove it from Fallout 4 for both PC and consoles. Although at the same time, by high FPS, they also may just mean a 4K 60 FPS mode or even native 60 FPS at 1080p. They also mentioned quality features for 4K resolution gameplay, which is another one that's just worded really odd. It sounds like this will almost be a new quality mode for the game. I don't think we're going to be getting another HD texture pack, but it definitely seems like it could be possible. But if anything, it could be parts of the HD texture pack coming to consoles or even some of the other PC-based settings coming to consoles. Although I don't think Fallout 4 is going to look that much better with this version. It'll probably just be some light upgrades here or there. But what is probably the most interesting part is some of this new Creation Club content, as they also mentioned bonus Creation Club content coming with this version of the game. Fallout 4 and Skyrim had this odd situation where Creation Club just stopped at the end of 2019. Nobody's entirely sure why. There was this Creation Club lawsuit that popped up, but it's not clear if that was the cause or not. And despite nothing coming out since the end of 2019, even as of early 2021, Bethesda was mentioning how work was actually still continuing on a few things. Obviously on the Skyrim side, we got Anniversary Edition, and we saw a mountain of Creation Club content get added to the game. It was basically like Skyrim got a full-on expansion pack worth of new content. And it seems like at least some of that same new content may be coming to Fallout 4 with the next-gen version. Definitely seems like it's going to be less content, like a lot less content, based on the fact that they say a few bonus things, and even in general, the fact that this update is completely free. If there's a ton of stuff getting added, I kind of doubt they just give it to us for free. But from what I've heard, it does sound like Fallout 4 does have several pretty cool and interesting things that went unreleased as a part of Creation Club. So getting a nice little mini DLC with this next-gen version would definitely sweeten the deal overall. And although Bethesda does report that this update will be totally free, it also seems like you may be able to buy a new or perhaps re-released Fallout 4 Game of the Year Edition Steelbook at GameStop. The store listing here isn't live, at least at the time of recording, but there's been a few posts about this popping up online. But don't worry, Todd Howard is giving you yet another opportunity to buy Fallout 4 if you want it. And of course, since this is going to be treated as an update for the game, this will likely break a bunch of mods, specifically for PC users and specifically for those of you that are heavily reliant on Fallout 4 script extender mods. The Fallout 4.exe will break with this update, which means the script extender will need to be updated, but with this being a next-gen update, there'll probably be some other mods that also require updating. And this likely won't be a quick fix. Just on one hand, Fallout 4 modding has definitely quieted down as of late. There are going to be mods that break with this update that won't be updated for at least weeks, if not months after the fact. Some mod authors have started to move on from the Fallout 4 modding scene. We haven't had to have an update to our mods in a long time. And even further, there were actually some more fundamental changes made when Skyrim Anniversary Edition came out that required some mods to basically just rewrite themselves completely. So we could see something similar here with this Fallout 4 next-gen version, although that's not really clear yet. Either way, I'll definitely keep you guys reminded once we get a release date to make sure your Fallout 4 on PC doesn't update. Since some of you are probably going to be wondering, could this mean more mod space for console users? Unfortunately, honestly probably not, mainly because Bethesda has said in the past to increase the mod space limit, it would remove people's load orders or ruin their mod saved, and it's not like this is going to be a new version of the game, so that still holds true. This will largely likely just ship as an update for Fallout 4 that you download one day. I find this update overall to be pretty interesting because it really seems like it's a very light next-gen version, like at least based off what they described thus far, and obviously we haven't seen much, but it seems like Fallout 4 is not even getting a full-on Skyrim Special Edition treatment. Like, the Skyrim Special Edition release was a more substantial version of Skyrim, where the next-gen version of Fallout 4 will definitely be lighter, although again, it does seem like it's coming with a few Creation Club goodies. But it also feels like this almost certainly was delayed, like the fact that it's coming out in 2023, the same year as Starfield. It feels like releasing this right now would have made a ton of sense. There's kind of this gap in the gaming scene, not a lot of great RPGs. It probably would have stirred more interest in Fallout 4, but they likely couldn't get the game finished in time. There have been some speculation as to whether or not this means that Starfield in the broader context was delayed again. I don't think this indicates that at all, but it will be interesting to see how much time do they have. Fallout 4 next-gen version coming out in 2023, but then also Starfield. As of right now, it seems likely both of these will be in the first half of the year. I kind of doubt Fallout 4 next-gen version still a year away, so it could be a little tight with these coming out with just a couple of months of separation. It's also impossible to ignore all of the Creation Club 2 rumors. Again, we don't really know why Creation Club ended, but to me, on paper, it makes a ton of sense for it to come back. We just recently saw Skyrim get a out-of-the-blue update after nearly 8 months of nothing, where you could see all of your installed Creation Club content. Very convenient. And there's just been rumors in the community that Creation Club is apparently coming back. This popping up oftentimes in Fallout Discords. Now with a next-gen version of Fallout coming out, there being a ton of interest in the game again, inevitably when this drops, there is a higher likelihood, at least in my eyes, of Creation Club coming back around the same time. Overall, I'm honestly pretty curious to see how much of an upgrade this actually is. The whole reason we got Skyrim Special Edition was that Bethesda was porting Skyrim to the next gen of consoles, that being the Xbox One and PS4 at the time, as a test for Fallout 4. Fallout 4 was in development at the same time. Perhaps this is a similar thing going on, except Fallout 4 was ported over to the new consoles as a test for Starfield, because Starfield was in development when those new consoles came out. So even though this several sentence long blurb seems like it's not really that crazy of an upgrade, perhaps as we get more details in the future, even a trailer, we'll see more, or it'll look better and have even more improvements. Either way, it is nice to see Fallout 4 get some of that attention. It definitely feels like this was kind of a weird, just off-the-cuff announcement. To me, this is the biggest announcement of the 25th anniversary of Fallout, but we really just got it in the middle of a larger article about a bunch of other stuff. It definitely wasn't the most glamorous and didn't even get its own tweet from Bethesda, at least not as of right now. Either way, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this one. Hopefully you guys found this one informative. What do you guys think about the next-gen version of Fallout 4? Let me know in the comments down below. But with that, as always, again, I thank you for watching, and I hope to see you all next time. Later.